The core is rotten, and I can behold the tide.
Hey everyone and welcome. As you're probably aware, the honours list for knighthood in this country has become a farce, hasn't it? With people that should be as far away from that list as possible going on it just because they did as they were told. Or it seems the most destructive towards their own nation. None more so and none more divisive than Tony Blair. Yes, we all know Tony Blair was honoured and he's about to be knighted into Sir Tony Blair. Let's not forget, this is a man that half of the nation thinks he's a war criminal and the other half think he's a traitor to Labour. So he's not liked across the board, and yet, he is set to be knighted to Sir Tony Blair. And on top of that, it now comes out that the man is being offered the Order of the Garter. Now, if you didn't know, the Order of the Garter is the highest award that the Queen and the country can give for chivalry. Now, I'd like to ask, what exactly has this evil lizard man done that's chivalrous? Anyone? Well, it seems that being a war criminal and being a traitor and being as far from chivalrous as you can, and effectively starting the slow decline of the nation, is very, very, very profitable. Now, you may also remember that most of us have signed a petition in regards to his knighthood for it to be rescinded, and 1.5 million signatures proved what I've just said about his popularity. And most of that was stating that he was the least deserving person of any public honour and that he should be held accountable for war crimes. But despite all this, and despite him being Labour, he's being honoured again with the Order of the Garter. So there's been a deep dive to find out exactly how much money this man's worth. Now, as you're probably aware, he's 69, and according to Wealthy Gorilla, Tony Blair is worth a staggering £49 million. Let me restate that. £49 million. This is a politician with a average salary of £100,000 a year. Makes you wonder where all the money comes from, doesn't it? Now, we know he's got charities, and we also know that charities seem to be used to fleece money off people like you and me into the pockets of people like him, i.e. wages. 95% of all charities go to wages. The other 5% goes to fundraising, not to the charity, mostly. Prove me wrong if you think I'm wrong. Now, obviously, he's also done other things, this traitor, including being the Middle East envoy for the United Nations, the European Union, Russia, and the United States. A year later, he compiled a new plan for peace in Palestine. As well as human rights roles, he was active in the lucrative private sector, joining investment bank JP Morgan Chase. Now, at this point, I would like to say a cynical man, a questioning man, an inquisitive man might actually say that joining all of these institutions after your political career could be seen as corruption, bribery, or, as I like to call it, favours for later. I.e., you do something now while you're a politician and you're in the leadership seat for outside influences, and will pay you off later once you're no longer a politician, and therefore you can't be done for corruption. Now, I think that's what a lot of these people are doing. If he's managed to gain himself to a 49 million with having 6 properties around the world that he lives in, one of them being in an area where the average house price is £6.5 million. This is Labour, a socialist. They are as far from socialist as you can possibly get, Labour, and Tony Blair is the prime example. And Queenie, if you're watching my video, I would advise you to not do this because he's one of the most hated people in the actual country, and it will only hurt your institution if you do. But let me know what you think, everyone. I'd like to know your opinion on this one. It's a joke, isn't it, that Tony Blair should get any sort of recognition for what he's done. Stay sane. I'll see you on the next one.